Hello folks and welcome to the channel. This is going to be a tutorial on how to create some static clutter for your Skyrim mods. I'm going to use Blender and Outfit Studio for this one. Remember guys, if you like the content, hit the like button, then share it on your social media. If you've got any questions or comments, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, do that notification bell thing. And if you'd like to support the channel, go ahead, click that join button or look in the description and use the coffee link for a one-time tip. All right, guys, let's get into this. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a crate of mead. I know that sounds weird, but we don't have any actual crates in Skyrim that would work. Well, they do, but you know, kind of want to have something unique. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up folders here. A folder here. I've got Skyrim vanilla assets and I got Fallout 4 vanilla assets. I've unpacked the BSAs. Now, in the Fallout 4 vanilla assets, in the meshes, in set dressing, I want to go down to beer crate, which is right here. I want the beer crate static, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy that. And I got a folder here. I'm going to put it in right there. And now I want to go back to my thing here, and I want to go into Skyrim vanilla assets, and I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to go to butter, and in ingredients I want the bottle of meat right here. So I'm going to copy that. I'm done with that folder, so I'll go ahead and put that right there. Now, I know this is a Fallout 4 mesh, but that's okay. What we're going to do, we're going to turn it all into a Skyrim mesh. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open Blender and we'll get started. Okay, so I have Blender open. I've already done this once, so I know it works. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete everything here so that I just have the collections right here. Now, there's two steps to this. One, I need to make the beer crate into a mead crate. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to import the NIF. I'm going to go to my desktop and I'm going to find my tutorial folder here, and I'm going to bring in the beer crate static. There it is right there. Now, I don't need none of the rest of this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move that to the collection up top there, and I'm going to delete that because I don't need that. And now what I want to do is, first thing I want to do is I want to rename this. So I'm going to call this mead crate. And I need it to be capitalized. Go. And we're going to take and rename this to here to mead crate static. Just like that. All right. Then I'm going to just click on this mead crate static right here, and I'm going to go down to the materials tab. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove that, and I'm just going to add a new material. Not going to name it, doesn't need a name. So I got this mead crate right here, this crate right here. And it's not real high poly. This is still game ready. And it, like I said, it's for Fallout 4. However, if I look at the UV editing on this is kind of crazy. This is not going to work with the texture I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select all of those. I'm going to go to the UV drop down, go to unwrap, and I'm going to go to cube projection. Put that like that, and that's good. So I'm gonna save this so I know what it is, and we're gonna call this Mead Crate, and I'm just gonna call this Mead Crate Tutorial. That way I don't get lost. Save that, and what I want to do is have that selected. I want to go to Object, and I want to go to Apply All Transform. So I want to save that, and then we're going to export this to a NIF. Now, it'll say Fallout 4 in the target game. I'm going to switch it to Skyrim SE. I'm going to remove the charge extension. I don't need that. And I'm going to go to my desktop. And you can see this is here, this Mead Crate, and we're going to export it. So export is successful. Now we're going to turn it into a mesh for Skyrim. It is a mesh for Skyrim now, but if you open this up, this mesh up, it's a Skyrim mesh, but it's not. It says it's a knee node. It needs to be a BS fade node. We're going to fix that. First, we have to retexture it. So now I'm going to open up Body Slide and let this load up here. Open this up. Now I have in my folders, I've been doing a lot of work with furniture and stuff like that. I have a reference cube, which is, you might recognize this. This is the Windhelm texture, but I made it to be 4K, and I'm going to want to change that because I want that to have specular color black. That would be all shiny. Now I'm going to want to import another NIF, and I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to go down and I'm going to find my tutorial folder right here, and I'm going to bring this Mead Crate in like that. And then I'm going to go click on my Mead Crate in the meshes box up here in the upper right hand corner, and I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go copy from shape cube, just like that. I'm going to delete the cube, and there's our Mead Crate all textured up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to export that back to here. Now it's still a knee node. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unload the project. I need to turn it into a BS fade node and make it a static object. There's lots of different ways to do it. You can go through NifSkope and play with it. The easy way is just to load something from your game, and I'm going to use, and I use this a lot, this particular mesh, going to dungeons, ships, Kataraya. I use this particular mesh a lot because it always works. This is the reference, Kataraya wood floor. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in, I'm going to import that NIF, my beer crate NIF, or my Mead Crate NIF anyway, like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy bone weights, and I'm going to max out the bone weights just for fun there. And then I'm going to set base shape, recalculate normals, and then I'm going to export that to the NIF, right back to itself, just like that. Close Outfit Studio, don't need it right now. I'm going to open this up in NifSkope. See that now it's a BS fade node. It's got collision. It's got ESX flags 130. So what I need to do is I need to change the string index. So I'm going to change the string index to Mead Crate Static. And then I want to go ahead and click on my DS Tri-Shape, and I'm going to right click and go to Havoc and create convex shape. Push OK, and then I'm going to push No, and that will give me perfect collision on that. I'm going to set my material here in the block details to wood. Now I'm going to run the spells. Go to sanitize, and I'm going to reorder blocks. And then I'm going to fix invalid block names. And I'm going to update all the tangent spaces. I'm going to remove the bogus nodes. And then I'm going to remove unused strings. It'll say 1. I changed the string on it. Okay. And save. Now that will be, that you can put into the game as a static, and it won't move, and it'll be just fine. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to use that for our Mead Crate. Okay, here we are back in Blender. Now I've done this here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete that whole thing. And I'm going to add a new collection, but then I'm going to import that Mead Crate that I just made. And the reason I'm going to use the one I just made instead of that one is because now I won't have to texture it. It'll already be retextured. I don't really need this here because see, all that's a little bit crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move just the Mead Crate up there, and I'm going to delete hierarchy here. So now we got that right there. I do want to add one more collection, and I'm going to import our mead bottle, which is the tutorial. Wrong one. Which is in that tutorial folder. Here's our mead bottle. Now I need both of these here. So I'm going to move those up into that new collection I made. And I'm going to delete all this because I don't need it. Now I'm going to take and place this up in the upper right hand corner of the crate like this, and it's almost the right size. I'm kind of a little, I think it needs to be a little bit smaller. Go ahead and we're going to make that smaller. And it might be able to go down just a little bit. Just like that. All right, we've got that. Now what we do is we go ahead, push the tab button with both of them selected. That'll give me all those meshes right there. And I'm going to turn that back on. And I'm going to go to mesh and I'm going to duplicate it. Just like that. And make sure it's centered up right there. Do that again. And I want to check to make sure that it's centered. Do it one more time. Just like that. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to spin this around and I'm going to push A on my keyboard so that everything is selected right there. And I'm going to do the same thing, except now I'm going to fill the crate. So I'm going to duplicate there, duplicate it again, Move it there. More time there. Basically, I'm filling the whole, gonna fill the whole crate with the, like that. If it messes up like that, just hit your, place it, Control Z. And Control Z, and it'll start over with. Duplicate, and you hit this twice. How you double click on it. Let you duplicate it and not move. And there's our mead. So what we're going to do is now we're going to take and select both of those in the scene collection over here on the right hand side, and we're going to move that into that collection right there. We don't need this collection, so we're going to delete that. Take and highlight all of those, go to Object, Apply All Transforms, and we're going to save that. Now we're going to go to Export, and it will already be for Skyrim SE. Don't need to charge an extension. I'm going to go down here and find our tutorial folder. And we're going to change the name of it to Mead Crate Full. Mead Crate Full, just like that. And we're going to export that. Successful. That's great. Now we'll go back into Outfit Studio and put collision on that. All right, we're going to open this up here, and this Mead Crate Full, it's 394 kilobytes. Fairly large, but it is a clutter object, so we need that to be, it says it's a BS fade node, but it doesn't have any of the BSX flags or collision on it. So we need to put collision on it and put the BSX flag. So we're going to reopen our Outfit Studio. And because I did that Mead Crate, the first time, I'm going to load that as a reference. Like that. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to rename this because it had the shape has the same name of what I'm importing. So now I'm going to import this full Mead Crate just like that. And I'm going to do the whole thing with copying the bone weights. Max those out. Just like that. Okay. That base shape. Calculate normals. And then I want to export just the NIF back to here. And we'll go ahead and close Outfit Studio and close Body Slide. Don't need it no more. I'm going to open this mesh back up. See that it has the collision. And if you click on the collision, it will say Skyrim Havoc Matte Wood, which is excellent. We don't need nothing on the mead bottles because the crate has the collision. That's great. So just to make sure, we're going to go ahead and we're going to reorder blocks. Do the spells again, fix invalid block names, update all tangent spaces, optimize, remove bogus nodes, and remove unused strings. No strings removed, so that's great. And we're going to save that mesh. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in game. Now I'm going to open up my Skyrim folder here, and I'm going to go to meshes, and I'm going to go down here to my WOS Forever, and I'm going to put it in clutter and interior. As you can see, I already got it. 395 kilobytes. It's exactly the same size. It's the same one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick that in there. And then I'm going to stick this mead crate in there, which is the same size, 15 kilobytes. So I can close the tutorial folder. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up Creation Kit, and we're going to put it in my furniture test cell just so we can go test it. Okay, here we are in Creation Kit. Now, what I want to do is I want to open up my static objects here, and I've got quite a few of these. So I'm going to call this, I'm going to make a new one, and I'm going to call this Mead Crate Empty. And just like always, I need to make sure everything's capitalized. Mead Crate Empty. And I'm going to go find that mesh that I just made. Meshes. That's forever. Flutter. Here. There's my mead crate. And that's fine. We're going to go ahead and make a new form. Save. And now I'm going to make another one off of that one, and I'm going to call it mead crate full. Everything's capitalized. Mead crate full. That, see, it looks good there. Now we're going to use here. And that is good there. So, okay. Now we're going to go into the furniture test cell. And we're going to place these in there so we can go test it to show you that all this stuff worked. As soon as it decides it wants to load up. There we go. All right. And let me see. I've got quite a few things in I've been making. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to stick these right here on the. So we're going to want the mead crate empty. Like that. And we're going to do the mead crate full. Like that. And that will work out just fine. Like that. And we're going to save. And we're going to close the kit and go into game and show you that this all works. All right, guys. We're here with my test character. His name is Test Guy. He's just a standard. This is a standard vanilla profile, no mods. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up my console. I'm going to type CC TOC00 furniture test cell. There we are. And I can see that they work. They have collision. They don't move. Everything's good. And that's how you do that. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you guys enjoyed the content, go ahead and smash that like button. Then share it on your social media so other people can learn how to do this stuff. If you got questions, comments, whatever, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel. Do that notification bell thing. Those are the free and easy things you can do to help this channel out. If you want to support the channel directly, click the join button underneath the video or look in the description and use the coffee link for a one-time tip. All right, guys. Once again, thanks for watching. And remember, till next time, keep your sword sharp, don't be a milk drinker, and always watch the skies, traveler.